Right, so very quickly here, Insidious Gaming has the blue team starting down south. Their opponents, the Immortals, has a yellow-coded team up north.
Very similar lineup as well from both these guys, both going with pair of AMX-50s, and then we do see a pair of 110s on Insidious and then IS-3s on Immortal. So, similar once again, the only real difference here being, look at that, Immortals going with that Borsig, whereas Insidious Gaming going with the T-32.
Yeah, well, it really does look like Insidious Gaming have just sort of forsaken that Waffenträger tank destroyer. I mean,
at least on urban maps.
Well, yeah, no, because they almost systematically played with it at the beginning of the season and almost systematically lost. So they're just reverted to something a little more conventional and something that we know they excel at.
Most definitely. So some shots being fired here through the windows. Hades versus Death Skies, no shots just landing yet. We did see most of the members, 3 members for that matter, of Insidious Gaming making their way up the hilltop right now. Of course, the Immortal T1 is at the base of the hilltop, so actually the AMX-50s will be able to make it on top of the hilltop without being spotted, but if they go for the push, which I'm sure they will not, they should be fine.
I think it's more likely that at least one of the MX-50s will try to perch up himself as a sniper and try to get some sneak shots to the west of the park area. Now, I'm liking the fact that ISG has also abandoned their tactic of pushing 5 tanks like straight up the hill, which was kind of suicidal. I mean, they pulled it off a couple of times, but that's only because their opponents were messing up. Yeah. So I'm actually glad they just sort of dumped this reckless tactic as well. Just leaving 2 tanks to guard the Central Park area is enough of a deterrent, as a matter of fact. Just enough, barely enough to discourage any push coming that way.
Most definitely so here. The Immortal positioning, though, not too bad. They have committed mostly towards the western side of the map, so even though these
Which tends to be traditional, like these days, from northern teams.
Yeah. And the thing is, even though these AMX-50s have had, or now do have control of this hilltop area, they won't be able to land too many shots on those Immortal members, especially if they just stick put on where they are, kind of to that northeastern part of the city. The only real tank in danger was one of those IS-3s. I think it was Hades, still kind of along that edge of the field. Yeah, and Iron Buzz as well. So 2 of these IS-3s here, susceptible to enemy fire. However, they should be fine. And the thing is, at this angle here, look at that, they're even able to retaliate. So sick tank taking a shot from Hades here. They're trying to land and trying to retaliate.
Once again, it's that IS-3, man. I mean, like, although Hades did take a shot,
Oh no! Look at this huge damage being landed onto Hades right now.
See, he should have kept hidden behind that pile of dirt.
Yeah.
Really, because of his turret. Really, it's just he's quite safe over there. I don't know why he tried to bifurcate towards the city area, pretty much, because that made him vulnerable. That's when he took those 2 shots. Had he stayed on the cover behind that pile of dirt, he would have been fine.
Exactly. So the Immortals, we do see at least slight repositioning here. The tanks in the kind of northwestern part of the city have slightly progressed more south, but the AMX-50s on Insidious Gaming already making their way down from this hilltop area.
Well, obviously, like fearing a potential push coming towards the west as well. Yeah, it's pretty classic. I mean, besides, they're very happy to have just landed 2 shots and just
3
suffered. Well, 3 and just have suffered like 1 in return. So it's more than a fair trade for them. I would have left one of the 50s up there.
I think they
just changed their mind. Yeah, they're like, because there's no consequent push coming towards the west, so they're like, I think they're just going to be happy, just sort of hovering on top of the hill. At least 2 of them will, so that they can still come back to defend, and maybe one of the 50s is thinking of taking out that T1 guarding the base of the hill.
Yeah, definitely so. Yeah, those AIM-50s still up there on the hilltop. Yeah, T1 going down as well.
Well, actually, that was Grits with his 110.
Yeah, so it's actually, the 110 and the AIM-50 up there on the hilltop right now. And currently, yes, Immortal still not budging. So at this point, I have to say, the Immortals, honestly, they're doing the right thing, because if they go for the push, those AIM-50s and that 110 should have no problem to come back to defend that push. So I think they're waiting for Insidious Gaming to
commit,
to overcommit somewhere. And the situation that's currently kind of playing out right now is Insidious Gaming, since they have 3 tanks on the hilltop right now, I have a feeling that if it comes down to the very kind of last minutes, they're gonna go for the push. They're already sending Death Skies there in that T-32 along the kind of, no, it's actually not Death Skies, it's Nikolai in that 110 along the eastern right side of the field area. So they're setting up this push right now. And
they are, and besides, all the 3 remaining tanks on top of the hill, so the double 50s and the Grits are gonna make their climb down towards the northern parts as well. So they're definitely poising themselves
Going for it, yeah.
an approach. Yes. They just have to be very careful how they go about this, because obviously the Immortals are more than ready for them at the same time. So yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting to see how ISG plans to tackle this.
Yeah,
what I do like is that they've left one of the T1s on the southern part of the park area. Actually, that just got taken out.
Yeah,
they're gonna have to send the tank back.
Yeah, definitely. So their base is open to that T1 capture right now. The series is very close to their base, so
Iron was taking a huge shot.
Yeah, he took a really big shot. So yeah, one of these tanks, probably Nikolai, he's probably gonna have to stay a little bit back from his team and just make sure that if it needs be, he has to be able to go back there in time.
Yeah, or even like either Grits or Sick Tank or whoever, pretty much. I mean, it's not too late as of now, but they do have to keep that T1 in the corner of their minds. Obviously, they won't have peace of mind here. It's just if they go for the push like this, definitely a sneak base capture will happen in the rear. As a matter of fact, like they are sending this guys back.
Iron Buzz might take a shot here from Griffs.
I don't think he has the angle.
I think he's in that window probably. Yeah, so no shots being fired just yet. And Nikolai, yeah, both Nikolai and Desky's now on their way back. Maybe they're trying to hunt for that T1. Just trying to, I guess, tie up loose ends before they.
Well, I mean, yeah, in terms of damage, they've landed so much more than their opponents. As a matter of fact, right now, Sick Tank is the only ISG tier 8 that suffered damage, and he's still quite healthy, mind you. So, I mean, obviously, if it comes down to a fair 5-on-5, ISG definitely having the edge right now. So, and still plenty of time in this round. So, yeah, I think they're doing the right thing by just sending a tank back. Like, you know, in the best of worlds, they would like to take care of the remaining T1 on the Immortal side before they go for a push.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
I reckon so, yeah.
He has been spotted too as well.
So,
very nice play actually coming up from
Yeah, very safe once again. ISG not leaving anything to chance out there. So the T1 very wisely deciding to get out of dodge. But I reckon that Nikolai's going to hunt down for him pretty much until he gets the kill.
Yeah, the thing is, Desky's is there towards the field area as well. So
yeah, so if he tries to cut like up north, he's going to get intercepted no matter what. So that's very smart actually from ISG. Still plenty of time, 2 minutes and a half. That's more than enough to get the kills that they need. They just want peace of mind, eh?
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with you there, yeah. Because the thing is, no matter how hard they go for the push, no matter how successful they are, they will have to worry about the base capture. So, very nice kind of safe play, wise play coming up from the Insidious Gaming side here. Still not being able to take care of the series. We have about a little over 2 minutes remaining right now. I mean, we have the potential to go to a draw, actually, because... We
do. But yeah, I still agree with what ISG is doing. Then.
Yep, of course. Yeah, no, both teams just doing exactly what they got to do here. I mean, really not taking unnecessary risk, and definitely just trying to, you know, the thing that Insidious Gaming are doing right now is they're just really just trying to tie up loose ends. And, you know, they don't want to kind of go into a fight where there's, you know, multiple variables that can actually just turn the entire set into enemy favor.
Well, and that's probably why since a couple of weeks ago they have started not losing any sets.
Yep.
Because they've been cutting down those silly mistakes and taking unnecessary risks as well. I think they was just probably tired of having to come back from left to 2 down so many times.
I think so too. Here we do see some very, very slight repositioning coming out from the Immortal side, but overall very pretty much the exact same position here. In Insidious Gaming, I really don't see them going for this push, so I think we're going to go to a draw.
Not necessarily so. Oh, Sick Tank took another huge shot, as a matter of fact. That was very well aimed from the Immortal tanks because Grits was right in front of him, covering him, but still Sick Tank now down to about 600.
Yeah, the Immortals are moving out right now. They're pushing down this western edge, but I mean, the thing is, actually, they might trap one of these Insidious Gaming tanks.
I think they're going to try to just really
get 50 seconds.
Yeah, maybe get that one kill, perhaps.
Yeah, because they have spotted Desky's there in the middle of the field area, so they might, try and go for something here because Desky is definitely out in the open right now. He only has Nikolai, I believe, at his back in that 110, of course.
Yeah, they're charging in. There you go. Because they know now they don't have to worry about the base capture because it's just not enough time.
Yeah,
so they're really going to try to get that one kill or maybe 2 with a little luck that could just give them potential victory.
20 seconds here.
Yeah, it's probably not going to be enough, but I still do agree with their tactics all along there. Playing very safe. And besides, they still won most of the just long-range engagements here, so yeah, momentum is still going to be on their side. I mean, obviously we're gonna have to replay this, but they should be pretty satisfied as to like how the set has been going so far. Well, PvP Royal Mastermind and C are pretty much out of the game.
Unless they win like a title.
Yeah, exactly. So unless they manage to clinch a title, the chances for them to actually qualify for the playoffs is very slim. However, when it comes to everybody else, especially you Flash Wolves, PvP Super Friends, and needless to say, Immortals, and You Are Dead, they're right on top. Pretty much. I mean, You Are Dead have 2 titles and 2 finals, so they're really comfortable where they are. However, the Immortals also have 2 finals and 1 title. So let us assume that they actually win this week. Somehow they manage to win this week and UAD fails in the quarterfinal stage. Now they might clinch the 2nd spot. It's still a possibility. I mean, I just, obviously I'm not going to make all the calculations like that out of the blue in my head, but it is a potential scenario. But like, I'm assuming like, yeah, really, what the Immortals have to watch out for is PvP's performance and the Wolves' performance as well. I mean, that's what they're most concerned about.
Yeah, most definitely so. But first, they do have to worry about Insidious Gaming here.
Yeah, well, that's what, indeed. And same goes with PvP. I mean, just drawing UAD from the get-go is not the best of draws, is it?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I guess, like, and once again, with all due respect to PvP Royale Mastermind, but out of our 3-seeded teams here, I really think that the Wolves have it the easiest.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. I mean, honestly,
and maybe efficiency as well.
Well,
of course, against C.
Yeah, well, every team minus C and PvP Royale Mastermind, they're pretty much the top 6 seeds.
Exactly. It's just a matter of like, when are you going to enter the playoffs? With what seeding are you just going to walk into the playoffs? Which is why this
like
week,
how many matches you have to play.
Exactly, and that is a huge crucial difference. So needless to say, nerves are at the highest, except for ISG, who doesn't really care about what happens, and who still, and I really like that, are playing extremely cautious. I like that. They're really not just giving this away to the Immortals, and just playing like the champs that they are, really.
Yeah, most definitely so here. Yeah, Insidious Gaming just not wanting to, I guess, mess up what's been going on. If they start kind of, even if it's for like, 1 or 2 games, even if they start, practicing just kind of messy strategies, just disorganized, and
this is not the time.
Yeah, very, just not coherent, then honestly, going into the playoffs, they don't have to play in the playoffs, but, going to the finals and even maybe the World Championships, they will have to have that perfect play here. So,
Hades here, being once again trapped out there. Oh, he dodges like 3 shots, and that's nearly a miracle. Oh, another one landing.
Yeah, no, Elite is landing some nice damage onto Hades right now. 2 shots total landing.
Oh, some retaliation coming from him, but he shouldn't stay where he is. He should get back into that dirt. Behind that dirt, he really shouldn't stay where he is. Look at that, another huge shot.
Oh my god, he just gets immediately blown up there. Elite does get taken out.
That was the probably just
No, that was definitely the Borsig. I mean,
no, actually, no, it was Iron Buzz actually. The Borsig wasn't even near around. It was Iron Buzz actually.
Oh, well, because I saw the tank story kind of along the field area, but yeah, I guess it was kind of those 2 IS3 just landing in concession.
Shot for shot, and once again, the 5100 not being the bulkiest of tanks in terms of armor, definitely you can't just suffer as many shots. However, it's still not game over because Hades had to take so much punishment for that.
Most definitely so here. Insidious Gaming kind of retreating from the hilltop area. Honestly, though, the Immortals are not going to budge here because now they have the tier point advantage. And now,
they're just going to wait. Yeah, obviously.
It's going to force Insidious Gaming to make a push here. So
they're spot lucky though, because it was a long shot to take out Elite like from such a position, and Hades was in a world of trouble. I'm not going to
had those 3 shots landed.
Initially, well, he would have gone down. I mean,
look at that, 252 health.
Exactly. So, 3 shots, like exactly, 1 more shot would have sufficed. And besides, they were kind of lucky to land shot for shot onto Elite.
Yeah.
Really, because from that position, it's not the best of angles either. But job well done. I gotta say, Elite went down in a matter of seconds. So it's probably like 4 for 4 that landed on him.
Yeah, very nice.
All direct hits. Yeah. And now, as you mentioned, of course, ISG forced to push, so they're going towards the eastern edge of the park area, hugging the cliff where the fortress is, whereas Disguise is cutting like straight down the middle. Now, meanwhile, you still have that T1 that sneakily is capturing. He's probably looking to capture the base down south. So essentially, the Immortals are playing with the exact same tactic. as well the first time we played this first set, but yeah, you know what, like I still think that IG somehow can turn this around.
Yeah, it's definitely not over here because
if they can somehow manage to neutralize Unreal Rogue with his Borsig, they can still turn this around.
And if they can just finish off Hades with one shot.
Quickly, like because you know Hades down is once again that's pretty crucial because that's one IS3 down, and then you'd only have Iron Bus to defend both the 50s and that Borsig as well. So yeah, if IG can somehow land every single shot out there and just not suffer too much damage as they go for it, they could still pull this off.
Oh yeah, most definitely so here. Oh, Insidious Gaming coming right around the corner here, immediately taking down Hades. Very nice pickup here.
Yeah, and Unreal Rogue taking a lot of punishment. Look at that, just really playing that to perfection. You know what?
Yeah,
that's the thing, because the Immortals were expecting like an eastern push from down the hill. Because usually pushing from the west is extremely risky. Now that's an Immortals mistake. They should have left at least one tank to guard that corner.
The thing is, the funny thing is that, you know, the Immortals, the T1 on the Immortals, I believe it was either Heinz Lindemann or Sirius, he was actually like really near on this northwestern part of the map.
Well, exactly, or at least like leave him pretty much like to get vision.
No, but the thing is, he was moving down the railway while Insidious Gaming were progressing to the west. So the thing is, the second
he just missed them.
Yeah, the second, you know, I guess the Insidious Gaming team were in range of that T1 vision, he just passed them. So very kind of unlucky timing coming out from the Immortals.
Spot unlucky, but at the same time, a bit of a mistake too coming from the Immortals, because they should never have left that angle unprotected.
The thing is, though, Insidious Gaming in a little bit of trouble because they will have to come back and worry about this base capture now. This is the big time, and yeah, 2 tanks of Insidious Gaming falling back to back.
Well, I mean, Neverbest is almost out, though.
Yeah, so
I mean, if Grits wins this duel against Iron Buzz, he can still turn this around.
Okay, the base capture was delayed as well, so Griffs and Sick Tank, the last two tanks remaining on the Insidious Gaming side. Honestly, though, I still think this is going to be a Immortals victory, because look at that, Savant is still up.
Yeah, he came at the nick of time to defend this.
It's honestly because of those T1s that they just, the Immortals really just took this.
Yeah, well, exactly. Once again, the Sirius, he was always like down there. You know, he was kind of greedy to send Heinz. They didn't need to do that because the Sirius was already there. They should have left like Heinz Lindemann to guard that corner that, you know, towards the park area, like you had mentioned, instead of sending him down. But in any case, like, leaving the Sirius to sneakily capture the bases is what, like, managed the Immortals to draw the set in the first place and now win this. Actually, because, it's just forcing Sick Tank to come back and defend this. You know, mind you, it looks like a big advantage, but both Iron Buzz and Neverbest are a shot away from dying, so it's not. I mean, it's obviously going to be nearly mission impossible for Sick Tank to draw this, but at the same time, if he lands shot for shot, he still has a slim chance.
I don't know, because, I mean,
it's a 3-on-1.
Yeah, because
But 2 of those tanks, the Savage is at full health, that's true, but, like, you know, 2 of these tanks are really one shot away from dying, so a spot of luck, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, something amazing has to happen here. Like, Sick Tank must have to, like, destroy the top turret of Savage before, you know, the engagement starts. But I mean, it's definitely still a possibility here. I think Sick Tank might.
We've seen like unbelievable comebacks like that before. I mean, it does involve a little bit of a misplay coming from his opponents. Obviously, if it's like 3-1, all they got to do is regroup and wait.
Yeah, like the
Savage is still like pretty much full, so he's the one charging in. Ooh, barely managing to dodge that one. Really.
Tank on the run right now. A base capture now starting with the Immortals.
Yeah, he's gonna have to, well, pretty much come back from where he came from, and he's gonna get shot. Very well negotiated by the Immortals. They're really not just taking any chance here. And I mean, heaven knows they desperately need this win.
Most definitely so here.
I know we just started this match, but they really desperately need a win here.
Sick Tank about to go down one more shot.
Well, there we go.